Zooming In is brought to you by Under Armour Performance Apparel.
This was Jake's first hunt with my longtime friend J.R. Dienst, and as you saw, he was literally overrun with deer, both whitetails and mule deer. Jake spent the majority of his time hunting around these crop circles here. The circles, which are planted in corn and alfalfa, serve as the primary food source for the local deer. The thousands of acres of sagebrush-covered sandhills that surround the circles provide more than adequate bedding and security cover. Now, even though Jake's tag was good for either a muley or a whitetail, he'd made up his mind ahead of time that he was going to dedicate his time to trying to take a big mule deer. But even I had to question Jake's judgment when he decided to pass up this mature, heavy-horn 7-pointer midway through his hunt. In the end, however, Jake made the right call. A couple days later, he and cameraman Brock Pulver, along with their guide Troy, were sitting in this alfalfa crop circle here, trying to figure out where to put a ground blind for their afternoon hunt. For some reason, Jake just happened to glass this distant patch of yellow grass. Unbelievably, he spotted a set of big antlers sticking above the grass right about here. The three men suspected that the bedded buck was a better than average muley, but they couldn't be certain. After talking it over, they decided to cut back to this point here and attempt to stalk closer. After sneaking across this crop circle, they eased up behind this fence here and got set up. They were a mere 60 yards from the bedded buck at this point. Eventually the buck stood up and Jake made a perfect quartering away shot with his TC Pro Hunter muzzleloader. The 4x4 muley made it only about 40 yards before dropping for good. Once again, it was simply a matter of applying the proper strategy to the existing situation. Along with playing the wind, Jake and Brock used natural terrain features and the fence line to slip well within range of the muley buck. Good job, guys. Hey, I don't know where on earth we're going to be zooming in next week, but I do know that you don't want to miss it. We'll see you here.
Zooming In has been brought to you by Under Armour Performance Apparel.